Hi, y'all, it's me. I figured since I'm in the middle of a challenge giveaway, I would come on and create a video for you that explains to you how I approach a challenge giveaway. A lot of you are new, you're doing them for the first time. You might become overwhelmed by what it all entails, so you may not want to jump into one if you're not ready to handle that. There's tons of ways to do it. I'm not saying that this is the only way. This is just my way. So I want to share it with you because I've only done probably about 3 challenge giveaways because they are a lot of work. Well, they can be. And I am not OCD by any means, but I do like having order with challenge giveaways because it can get out of control. So in this video, I'm just going to talk to you about the whole realm from announcing or preparing for announcing and for mailing out your prizes at the end. This particular video pertains just to challenge giveaways. A challenge giveaway is one where you have an idea of what you want someone to send you. It could be a memory dex card, or like my current giveaway, it's embellishments, or you could have binder mail, or you could have, I don't know, whatever you come up with that you want to challenge your viewers to create to send to you. And then in turn, you have to come up with what you're giving the winner of your challenge. So when you're considering what you're giving for your challenge, be sure you keep in mind the postage to mail what you're giving. If you don't have the funds to mail something huge and heavy, then reconsider your prize. You have to be prepared for that because that is part of the giveaway. Not only what you're giving away, the cost of that, but the cost of what it is to mail it to your recipient. You have to decide if it's US or international. So you want to keep those things in mind when preparing for your challenge. You also need to think about how much time you're going to give your viewers to submit their entries to you, giving a last date to receive the mail, and then a date of announcing the winner. So those are things you want to keep in mind when you're preparing for your giveaway. You need to be really clear on your requirements, what you expect people to do. If you're asking for video responses, if you're asking for postings on social media, like tag me if you post about my giveaway on Instagram, or do a video response on YouTube and let me know you did it so you can get extra entries. You have to think about all those little things that you want to happen in the spectrum of your giveaway. You also have to figure out how you're going to keep track of things. Like, for example, in my giveaway, I decided, I know a lot of you do the random.org thing, and I think that's so much work. I mean, first of all, that has to be done with video responses, or you have to write down a list of all the entry names and then, go to random.org, and then you have to select a number of the winner, and it just seems like a lot for me. It could be great for you, and I also feel like the random.org seldom picks the first few numbers and the last numbers. They always go to numbers in the middle. So I want everyone to have a fair chance. That's why I chose to do it my way, which is, as you watch my challenge, you'll see I make little strips of paper with the name of the person whose entry I am filming. Oops, sorry. And then I put them in here. When I'm ready to draw my winner, I'll just empty all these names into a bowl, and there I'm ready to go. I just mix, and pull. I don't have to worry about, writing the names down or anything. Everything's already here, and it's easier to do it when you have just one name at a time as opposed to at the end of the challenge writing down 50 names. So that's just my opinion. That's just the way I choose to do it. So consider that when you're thinking about how you're going to run your challenge. Then you need to consider your mailing information. Do you want people to email you for your information? Do you want them to tag you on Instagram or send you a DM on Instagram? Or some people even have P.O. boxes just for this purpose so that they don't have to give out their home addresses. I don't mind, so mine's in my challenge description, but other people like the privacy, so they may ask you, to send a private message somewhere, but you have to figure that out so you can, when you announce your video, you'll have all that information together for your viewers. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to think about your announcement. So you might want to print up a little sign like I did here just to announce it while you're talking, and you might want to print out something that lists your requirements. You can do that too. I did that. So if you refer back to my video, I'll put that link down below. You can see how I did my announcing of my challenge. Anyhow, then you're going to give, do your video, give all the rules out that you want to give. You're going to want to, be clear about what you expect, tell them what to do, all of that kind of thing. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start receiving entries. And this in itself is a work. It's not easy. I adore getting them. I love everything. It's so much fun. But it can be overwhelming if you're not prepared. That's the purpose of this video. I don't want it to be like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? So what you need to do is you're going to have to decide, are you going to film your entries or not? I love filming my entries because I feel like, that's honoring the person who sent it to you. You're sharing their creation, not just for yourself, but you're sharing it with all your viewers as well, so they can get to know other crafters and get to appreciate the work that was sent to you. So that's something you'll need to decide on your own. When the entries start to come in, I set up for filming and I get myself ready. I prepare the strips of names that are going in here, and then I set up my filming area. You've seen it already. I have my little entry number sign here, and I just change the numbers as I go. And I film the entry. Once I film the entry, there's the next step comes in, which is called organization. And this is a big one. And again, I'm not OCD about how I do this, but before I go to the organized part, let me just tell you, if you choose to have someone video response or tag you on Instagram or whatever, if they announce your challenge or whatever, you're going to need to keep a list of sorts so you'll know who to give extra entries to. And I just did this messy little paper where I wrote down the names, what they did on Instagram, on YouTube. It doesn't have to be anything particular, but just a way that you can keep track. So when you're filming that person's entry, you can add extra entries if they did those extra things. So keep that in mind. So now let's jump back to organization. So I've gone ahead and I filmed the prize that I got, the entry, and now I'm going to move this. I just had it here for you to have something to look at. So now comes the organization, and this is, okay, give me just a second here because it's going to take me a minute to get this up here. So I have, this is just one. I hope you can see this. It's hard to film because it's very huge. I have this one box, but I have several because I have a lot of entries. I'm so overwhelmed by how many, but if I weren't organized, it would be worse. So what I do is once I get an entry from someone and I filmed it, I go through their package and I take out the following things. I'll cut off their address from their envelope or box. I put that in here and I put on that, and I'm not going to show you a sample because I don't want to show you anyone's address, but on the label that I cut off, I put number 1 because that's the first video I filmed. So in this case, it would be Melissa, the Vintage Goose. That would be my first entry. And so what I put in here is I put the things that Melissa made for my challenge giveaway. She has, her entries are here, and I have them in here. I kept some of her wrapping paper in there because I loved it and I want to use some of that for my project. And I kept her card in there that she sent to me. It's in there as well. So that way I have everything that she's given for my challenge in here. If she gave me anything extra, that was like a little gift, which a lot of you do, I have another bag that I keep next to me. And when I'm done, when I'm organizing, it's just a regular old bag. And if you look in here, I have things that were gifted to me in the challenge, like this right here. And this is from Pia, and she was entry number 32. So I just wrote that down there because I want to know who gave the things that I use, especially when I go to use them. Like this one, this is from Tamika, and I just put her name here. I didn't put her entry number because it doesn't matter at this point. I just want to know who gave this to me. So when I'm working on my project, I can say, oh, this was from Tamika. Not many of you want to do that, but that's just something I choose to do. I love giving credit to people that, you know, submit things to me. Here's another one I have. So this is Marion. It's number 36. And that way, when I go to use these things, I'll know where they came from. The same with my entries. I want to give credit. You know, that's just my thing. So this really helps because if you don't do something like this, you're going to end up with tons of boxes, packaging, shred, everything everywhere. And I will try to insert pictures along the way just so you can see what I'm referring to, because I did post one on Instagram of my floor, but I also want you to see what happens before this happens and what can, you know, if you don't stay on top of it, how bad it can get. That's one of the things I do. I also go through and I'll pull out all the, like if there's bags that I can reuse, I'll keep those in a Ziploc baggie, and those will later get put away with all my bags and stuff like that. If there's shred that I like, I'll just keep them all in the same bag. I don't separate them by color, nothing. I just keep a bag, and I don't keep every one I get because it's way too much. But I do keep some because you can reuse them. If you get little things like this and you want to keep them, you know, keep them separate and keep them organized. Just add to it. And as a matter of fact, I got a couple on my desk that missed out, so I'm going to add those in there. If you want to reuse, you don't have to. You can throw this stuff out, but it really does help to keep everything organized as you go along. You will find out in the end it was well worth it, and that you don't feel overwhelmed by all the boxes and the debris that come out of the boxes and all of that. So that is just my tip on how I organize. I've got 2 or 3 boxes like this filled. Now, if I was given something like something decorative for my room, and I'll show you crystals for just for purposes of filming. Sorry, I had to grab it. It's in my room. If I receive from someone things like this, that Crystal sent me, this train. Oh, here you go. I know this is going to be displayed in my room, so I don't put it in the baggie, obviously. I just have it in my room. But Crystal does have her entries in here, and I think she was number 4, if I'm not mistaken. That would be Crystal right here. And so Crystal has her entries here that she made for me, but her pretty gift that she made for me is displayed in my room. So only entries of what I asked for go here, with any additional packaging, ribbon, things that I want to use that that person sent me that I can reuse, I keep them here. So that's that. And now we're on to the final part, which is mailing out your entry, you know, choosing your winner. So you're going to do your video announcing your winner. You can choose however you choose to pull the winner, whether it be random.org or, as I did, just names that you put in a bowl. And then you want to make sure to get your winner's prize out in the mail as soon as you can. Don't dilly-dally, because you know everybody's been waiting the whole length of your challenge giveaway to receive their prize if they win. So just be sure you get it out in the mail. And that's it. That's kind of where and how I organize mine. I'm not overwhelmed in the least, except that I went away for a week camping, and then I got back and I had a ton to do, but I still was already organized to begin with. So it was able to get everything into place. So if you have any questions, let me know. hope this helps you a little think about whether you even want to try to get into a challenge giveaway. It's work, but it's also such a joy because you get so many beautiful things from all your crafty friends, and there's nothing better to me than something handmade, and especially when you know they created it with you in mind. So thank y'all for watching. Until next time, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.